Check this out, guys. We got a new Ktuned billet manifold for the SI. That's gonna look amazing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Redline Racing Garage. So today I headed over to Garage 16 to pick up the new manifold for the 8th gen. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys. There was a lot of debate between which manifold I should go with, and like I told you guys in the previous video, the number one manifold that I wanted to run on the 8th gen was the Ktuned manifold. It's super hard to get. It is super hard to get. I actually did a reach out to Ktuned themselves, and they told me that everything is on back order. They have to make it. It's gonna take a really long time to make, and it was a ridiculous price. Now, the manifold that I got it also is a ridiculous price, but I did want to mention to you guys is that we went with this center feed manifold, just like I told you guys. But you guys wouldn't believe how hard it is to get a center feed manifold, especially up here in Canada. So I talked to JDM Addiction, so it's a local aftermarket parts store that gets a lot of parts in, and Garage 16, so those are the top two here. So I did talk to JDM Addiction, and they told me that they cannot get anything. It's on crazy back order and all that kind of stuff. So I did go to Garage 16 today, and there was basically two choices. So I tried to get the Ktuned. Obviously, no, there's no way that they're getting any of those. And I was actually lucky enough to get the manifold that I got right now, because Skunk 2 actually contacted Garage 16 to buy back all their manifolds, because it is such in high demand down there in the US that they actually call the stores that they sell to and want to buy them all back. So I was like, holy crap, like, what are my options? So the only option I had was basically a side feed Skunk 2. They still have a couple of those, but the center feeds are super hard to find, like insane. So I was left with pretty much one kind of center feed manifold, and it was the Ktuned one, the Ktuned billet center feed manifold. So, and they were actually the ones on display. He had none of them like brand new. They were the ones on display. I couldn't pass up a opportunity to buy that center feed manifold, so I just jumped on. I'm very lucky to actually have found a billet center feed manifold. As you guys know, everything is on back order and everybody's understaffed, and it's very hard to get material from China, as you guys probably already know. So when I seen it, I jumped on it. I didn't even think about it. So once again, this is the manifold that we are running. It looks beautiful. The one that I did go with is a gunmetal powder coat, so it really sets it off and kind of separates itself from the actual like billet color, like this one here, like the raw billet material. So this is nicely powder coated. Yes, I did have to pay a little bit extra to pick up this one, but I think it was well worth it and looks amazing. And here we have our plate for a 90mm throttle body. So like I told you guys, we are going to be running a 90mm throttle body. I'm still kind of debating which one I'm going to go with, but that doesn't matter. We're going to pick one up very, very soon. So yeah, this is pretty much the manifold that we're going to be running. And check this out, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it in there. Check that out. You see how the lines and ridges are engraved in there? How the airflow goes right in the head? That's amazing. That's work of art right there. That's art, guys. You get what you pay for, I guess. And this thing is very, very light. So even the stock RBC manifold, they are maybe, I don't know, 2-3 times heavier than this. Very light. So we're already going to be saving some weight on there. So that's really, really good. And it also did come with a Ktuned fuel rail, so that's really good as well. We already have fuel rails, but I think this one will probably match the Billet one a little bit better. Check that out. I think it's gonna match it a lot better, so I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Well, this is the way it goes because we're on the other side, so something like that. So I think this is the one we're gonna run. And yeah, so the some hardware over here to mount this thing. So it's looking really good. I think when I have some time, I probably could start digging into the SI and remove the stock RBC manifold with the throttle body. And I probably could go and attempt to mount this thing in the SI. We can connect the fuel rail and then all the injectors and everything. Throttle body, we're still gonna have to wait on that. We're gonna get that in very, very soon. But I'm super happy on this manifold, guys. Super happy. Look at this. This is a work of art. This is beautiful. Stacking the dimes nicely. Look at that. Beautiful manifold. Like I said, you get what you pay for. But we finally got it in. We got a Ktuned billet center feed manifold for the SI. Super exciting. I also did go pick up a heater. So this thing runs on kerosene and diesel, jet fuel. So what I did put in this thing is just regular diesel. And I did turn it on, and there's a little bit of fumes. It's tolerable. It's not that bad. It's better than freezing your ass off in this garage. So I did pick this up. I'm still trying to figure out maybe which fuel does have the least amount of fumes. So I started with diesel. It's not that bad. This thing doesn't run on gas. So I might put in some kerosene to kind of see if the fumes are a little bit better. So like I said, it's not that bad. It's pretty tolerable. And this thing is like a friggin' jet. It's so loud. While I'm filming, I can't have this thing on because you guys won't even hear me. But we'll turn this thing on. Little by little, we're getting all the parts in necessary to get this thing back up and running again. Every part we get in is one step closer, and today we are actually again one step closer to getting this thing back up and running. There is still a couple of things, couple major things that I still need in order to get this thing back up and running. So we have the manifold now. I'm gonna need a throttle body, like a 90mm grams, or maybe a Ktuned, we'll see. The other major thing that I'm gonna need is a wiring harness for the fuel tech. So as you guys seen in the Fuel Tech video, I did buy a standard, just a universal 4-cylinder harness, like an A and B. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be running that. I did try to reach out to some guys in the US to actually make a custom harness. So I did get some pricing and some ideas of how much it's gonna be, how long the turnaround time is gonna be as well. At this point, I'm leaning more toward actually just the one that I have, the universal one from Fuel Tech. I'm just leaning more toward getting that one just customized, just put all my connectors on it and then just go from there, because the turnaround time for a custom harness is about, I'd say 4 to 6 weeks. And usually when they say 4 to 6 weeks, it can be, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, doubled in that, I don't know. And as you can tell, we are on a time crunch where I'm trying to get all of these things knocked out for the 8th gen and get this thing on the road ASAP, like quick as possible. And I cannot wait for something so crucial like a wiring harness and be stuck waiting on that. So I'm not really taking the chance. So I think that we're gonna try to find somebody locally that can actually customize the harness that we have with the stock one. Just cut off all the connectors and just put everything together, and then we should be okay just to run it the way it is. So that's another major thing. I do have to get a harness made, either made or customized, whatever the case. We need a harness, throttle body, and I keep forgetting this, but the main thing is the transmission. So I did get some pricing on a full PPG gear set, and this thing is like crazy expensive. Crazy expensive, but it is a necessity. Like, we need this. This is necessary, because if you guys don't know, or you already know, this is gonna be like my 3rd transmission, like a rebuild or just like a swap, whatever the case. This is gonna be the 3rd time we're doing anything with the transmission in a matter of, like, I don't know, 2.5 years or so. So I have bad experience with just slapping in stock transmissions. So that's why I'm leaning more toward the PPG gear set, because I think it's just, we're better off. It's better to spend the money, just do it right, because we're actually doing everything properly now. We're not trying to cut any corners. We probably could, but I'm in that position where I started off big, and somewhere down the line, what we're doing right now, I don't want to cut any corners. Like, I'm trying to do it right. Like, do it once, do it right, and just leave it, you know? And then see where this thing's gonna take us. But yeah, so wiring harness, throttle body, and the PPG gear set right now is like top 3 or whatever is left, because we pretty much got most of the things we need. And I think that should be it. So it's February. I think by the end of February, I should have everything ready. Everything should be ready to get this thing going. Another crucial thing, when I did go and fix the rad for the CLS, I did go to see Rui, and he is the guy that does all the work for me, like all the custom work. Like, he did work on my 8th gen. We are still gonna get to some work on the EG. Like, he does everything for me. So I talked to him, and he said that he might not have time in like mid-March. So now it's like a matter of doing it like at the end of February, getting it knocked out in a week or so, or doing it like mid-April, which I don't want to drag it on that long. Like, I've been trying to get this thing all knocked out like quick, and I don't want something like waiting 2-3 weeks because he doesn't have time to get this all in. So that's why now I'm even like more motivated and determined to get things going like very, very quickly, so I can get to him and he can do all these things and install everything, and we can tune it and just have it ready when the racing season starts, which is basically around the corner. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Again, one step closer. I know I've been babbling on about all these things, but I feel like you guys need to know exactly what's going on, so that's why I kind of just gotta get it out there to you guys. But that'll pretty much do it. Again, one step closer, couple more things, and we are there. couple more things. And another thing, if you guys did stick around till the end of this video, I did want to mention that I have big news. It might be a little bit of sad news, and then it might be exciting as well. There are big news. Something big is coming. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is. We're still kind of in the works with everything, but something is coming, and I think you guys will be a little bit disappointed, but you'll be excited in the end, and that's what I strive to do for you guys. I just want you guys to be motivated and excited, and just love to watch the content and the videos that I put out for you guys. Enough of me blabbing on. That'll pretty much do it for today's video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.